Good afternoon, everyone. It's Coach Lori, your Mindset Maven with a paddle and a purpose. And I have an interesting live for you today because for those of you who follow me, you know that I'm a health and life coach, but you know that I'm also a pickleball coach. So I'm really starting to see the similarities between pickleball and life. And it's very interesting to me, and I wanted to share it with you. And I'm noticing that what my clients come to me, both on and off the court, they're coming to me and saying they want structure, order, peace, but they still create chaos. Like their lives and their game is so chaotic. So how do we want something so badly, but then end up getting the other? So here's a really cool example of last night. I was at actually a pickleball birthday party, which I might say was really freaking cool. And there were probably 50 people there of all different levels. And for those of you who play, realize that lower level players are really chaotic in what they're doing because they don't have the ability to have the strategy or the control that a more advanced player has. And I saw it was so interesting how one chaotic player on the court can really mix up the energy of the total court. So how do we notice this happening in life as well? When you set out to have something happen with a relationship, with your career, with your health, and something enters that feels chaotic or that you didn't plan for, how do you then create peace or create the results that you want when things don't really show up the way you want them to? So what I want to start with is when you're in a situation where you're not getting what you want, right? Insanity is the definition of doing the same thing over and over again and not getting the result that you want. So you have to, number one, you have to pause and say, hold on a second. What is happening here? What is going on that doesn't feel productive? What is going on here that doesn't feel like the behavior is matching the result? So great example last night, I'm on the court and the woman I was playing with said to me, we have to get them to the line. We have to get them to dink. But then she kept driving the ball, which if you're my pickleball friends out there, realize if you're driving, you're just creating more energy. You're creating a harder return. You're creating volleys that are not bouncing, and then the firefights ensue. So the thing is, she was saying to me, we need to get them to the kitchen. We need to make them dink, but her behaviors were creating more chaos, if that makes any sense. I notice that with people in relationships where they say, I really want to be able to relate to my husband more. But I notice just as soon as I come to the table with a conversation that I feel is important to me, that may be helpful, he pushes back, he stands up, we both go to our own corners, and we're creating the same dynamic that isn't helping us. So the thing is noticing, number one, pausing and saying, okay, this behavior isn't working. Number two, the thing you have to do is take one small step in a direction that you feel may be a little more productive. All right. So the thing is, in that example of pickleball, we might have just said, hold on. My mantra is soft, slow, and smooth. Slow it down. When things are getting crazy, you need to shift the energy. You need to take control of yourself and your side of the court and say, whoa, we're going to slow things down. I'm going to strategize a little more. I'm not reacting. I'm creating opportunities where I can then attack the ball through being patient, being soft, slow, and smooth with my behaviors, getting myself into a situation where now I know that I can attack and I can end the point. In a relationship, if I know that my husband or my child isn't going to behave in a way that's going to get me the result I want, I have to change the way that I am approaching them. I need to say, hey, when is a good time for us to sit down and talk? I have a couple things that I want to talk about. I don't call them at work when they're busy and say, hey, I need to air my dirty laundry. The thing is, we have to realize what is going to be helpful. Does that make any sense? I want you to drop me comments. I see all these people. Thank you for coming on to my live. Drop me comments. Give me examples of where you are seeing chaos in your life and you really want peace, and it's been going on and on and on. So where do you want to break the patterns? Where do you want to create peace instead of chaos? All right, so I'm sorry, I'm declining the co-host here. I don't know how to do all that yet, but I appreciate you. So number 3, what you want to do is decide one clear action that you want to commit to, that you believe would be helpful for your end in this. So one clear action would be only communicating with your partner when you feel that there is an ample time. Only making it up to the line when you hit a shot that you know is unattackable. Okay? So if you liked this, drop me a 1 in the comments below. If you would like me to talk about something that you are currently going through, please drop that in the comments below. And also, I am inviting 10 new clients to coach with me in 2026. So after the broadcast, if you would like to hear more about that, call me at 609-561-LORI. Thank you, and I will see you on the next one.